Welcome back inside the Hilltop. Midday Saturday basketball action on deck for you. I'm Riley Angel alongside my partner Max Gerlach as your Mount Carmel Lady Aces are getting ready to take on the 23-2 Effingham Lady Hearts. Max, this obviously a very tough game for Mount Carmel here this afternoon. What do they need to do to get the job done?
They're going to have to use Macy Randall. It's obvious that she's going to be the tallest player on the court. She's going to have a dominant post presence early against a really guard-oriented, what it looks like, Hearts squad. And then it's got to be Riley Hershey, as always. She's got to get going quick. They got to get some outside looks for Olivia Peach and Evie Sellers quick. And it's just got to be an early scoring attack to help propel the Aces over a great squad that, like you said, 23-2, sorry.
This is the Coach's Pregame Show brought to you by Glenn's Auto Service and Towing, located on Wabash Avenue, Route 1 South. The next time you need a tow, call 263-3285. And it's not like this Effingham team is playing a ton of scrubs either. I mean, they have some really good wins. First of all, against Mount Vernon, at Mount Vernon. More recently against Teotopolis, 49-43, just back on the 27th. So their strength of schedule has been very similar to Mount Carmel's in the non-conference, and in conference they're undefeated, just like these Golden Aces.
Yeah, and this Effingham squad rivalry game against T-Town, if you didn't know, Riley, it's basically the same town, T-Town and Effingham is. But, you said they beat T-Town by 6, correct?
Correct.
Our Aces lost by about 6 to that T-Town squad early in the year, but that's an early season game, so there's going to be a big difference in between what they saw early and what they saw late. But this Aces squad coming off of a great win against Paris earlier this week at the end of last week in that conference championship game where I think Macy Randall had her best game of the year by far. Everybody was kind of just doing what they need to do, getting her the ball down low, and it was just a great game all around for the Aces.
I did get to talk to head coach Matt McCarty before this one got started, and they are coming off, these Lady Aces, an 8-day layoff since that Paris matchup. And Coach McCarty talked about how he's happy that they were able to get rest and recovered, but maybe a little worried about some ring rust coming into tonight, especially against as good of a team as the Lady Hearts are.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see some early uncharacteristic turnovers like anybody does. It's not like the start of the season all over again, but like you said, there's going to be that little bit of rust that they're going to have to shake off just simply because they haven't played in over a week. So they got they had those 8 days. You got to think that everybody's going to be healthy. You had any little bruises or anything that was just nagging at you, you're going to be sort of recovered from that, where you're close to at least 100%. That's going to be something they have over Effingham, who just played a game 3 days ago. And so they're going to have some of that going for them. But the thing that I think I'm going to notice the most about them coming back, like I said earlier, was just some early turnovers, some early missed shots that are very uncharacteristic for these girls.
And one thing that we'll have to look out for with that 8-day layoff is this Effingham team will press you. They are a very press-heavy team, as head coach Matt McCarty talked to me about. And when you've had that 8-day layoff, maybe legs not fully under you, because it's not like Mount Carmel's been able to get in and have full practices all week given the winter storm. So that may be something to look out for as well.
Yeah, and you got to think that affected Effingham a little bit too, especially since they were a little farther north than Mount Carmel is, so they probably got a little bit worse snow. I'm pretty sure T-Town is in the same conference as Effingham. I could be wrong, so that's the only reason they were able to get that game in against T-Town. So they've had one game in 8 days. Aces had 0 games in 8 days, so it's going to be just a little bit of a test of who's going to be more ready and who has been able to get in those little bit of shots that I think, because you can technically have open gyms during stuff like that, and I'm guessing that every coach in the area has used that to their advantage to get just something where their players can move around a little bit during this snowstorm. They're not just hanging out and, not doing much like I did.
And another thing to watch out for is this Effingham team is possibly a postseason matchup for Mount Carmel that if they were to meet, that would be in the sectional, not the regional. And that's one thing that head coach Matt McCarty talked about when scheduling this team. Last year, he thought, they're going to be 3A. They're not going to be a part of that, but the move down to 2A, one of the bigger schools in 2A in this part of the state. So now, all of a sudden, this one with even more importance to it.
Yeah, and the way that all the classes have realigned, like Lawrenceville's now a 1A school, and they're the number 1A school on the boys' side. in basketball. So that's something that you got to look at. These guys drop down from 3 to 2A. Olney dropped down from 3 to 2A. That cutoff line changing is going to make a lot of these postseason matchups a lot different. Another big school, Heron, dropped down to 2A. They've been 3A for years. So just a lot of these bigger schools dropping down. They're going to have higher enrollment, more athletes to choose from. And I think it's going to cause some troubles for some of these smaller 2A schools. I think Mount Carmel's just right in that middle range, maybe a little bit lower on the lower side for 2A schools here in Illinois. But, you know, it should be a good one. Besides that, and this Effingham squad, I think, is going to run with the Aces. And I think the Aces are going to have to get some stuff down low and, you know, hopefully come out with a win against a team that, like you said, they're probably going to see in the postseason.
Now let's spotlight a player for Mount Carmel real quick. Riley Hershey, we talk about her all the time, recently getting her 1,000th point. But now today, as it stands, 8 assists away from breaking the all-time school record in assists. So not only is she able to score the ball very effectively, but a floor general out there also.
Yeah, she's amazing at distributing the ball. When she gets in a high-low action with Macy Randall, it really is something to watch because they do such an amazing job. She knows where to put the ball to get her people open looks or to just get who she's playing with a look down low. Maybe if it's going to be setting them up for a move. She does a great job passing, and when you have somebody that pulls people to them like Riley Hershey does on the offensive end of the ball, she's got to be a good enough passer to get her own looks, and that's what she does. That's why she's such a dynamic player for the Aces.
So this one just about to get underway. Mount Carmel playing host to the Effingham Lady Hearts here on this cold and bitter Saturday afternoon. We'll be back after the anthem with the starting lineups. You're listening to Mount Carmel basketball from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. We'll just keep rolling until the anthem concludes. We're about...
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $484 a month, or lease a 2025 Bronco for $493 per month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2026 Pacifica with 1.9% financing, or lease a 2026 Wrangler for $397 a month. See store for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending, with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
That'll work. Back here inside the Hilltop at Mount Carmel High School, Mount Carmel about to take on the Effingham Lady Hearts here this afternoon. These starting lineups are in memory of co-founder of Mount Carmel Sports Boosters, H.D. White, and his wife, Helen. We'll start with the Mount Carmel Lady Aces. It is as follows: Olivia Peach, Riley Hershey, Tinsley Dunlap, Evie Sellers, and Macy Randall.
Yeah, and that squad does such a great job of working down low and then getting those outside shots. Olivia Peach and Evie Sellers are both great perimeter shooters. Macy Randall down low, and then, of course, Tinsley Dunlap and Riley Hershey.
And for Effingham, it will be Riley Engel, Alyssa Martin, Tessa Radatz, Avery Wolf, and Mackenzie Love. Mackenzie Love definitely going to be a matchup inside with Macy Randall to watch out for. We'll see how that battle goes as we get into this ballgame. Certainly a good crowd for this Saturday afternoon contest given the conditions outside. So we'll see how this one goes, but it certainly will be a high atmosphere, fast-paced, fun one to watch.
Yeah, and I think it, like you said, of course, just a fun one to watch. Anytime there's pressing and there's two great teams that are both in the same division, it's going to be a great and fun game to watch. So, yeah, I think we should all just enjoy some great basketball this afternoon before. Pretty sure there's some great college games on tonight, Riley.
Absolutely. Just this time of year, always fun. Regular season for college winding down. You're in the middle of that conference slate. We're getting to the point where every game is oh so important at the high school ranks and states across the country with postseason coming up. Just a great time of year for sports fans. Not to mention that football just wrapped up their college football playoff.
Yes, and then, of course, we got NFL. They're in their postseason. Oh, my goodness. It's been so much fun. Not a great postseason for me, but it was a lot of fun.
Lineups have been introduced, just about ready for tip-off here inside of Mount Carmel High School. Effingham in the midst of an 11-game win streak, looking to stretch that one to 12. The last time they suffered defeat, it was at the hands of Marion, 65-62, all the way back on December 26th. Mackenzie Love, Macy Randall in center circle.
I think the Aces played Marion earlier this year also.
They did. That one they also lost. Hershey quickly drives in the short corner and kicks to Peach in the left corner. Aces taking their time after winning the tip. Peach to Hershey, left corner. Pump fakes. Sellers with a face cut, but didn't get it. Randall gets it down low off the hands of Olivia Peach. Out to Tinsley Dunlap, who misses a three from the right wing. Now here come the Hearts. They're going left to right down the court in their red jerseys. Martin with it. Up to Wolf. Handing the ball in her right hand, gets a double screen. Driving past Peach, handing it off now to Radatz. Wolf looking down low to Love, can't find her on the block. 7:15 to go, first quarter, no one scoring as of yet. Wolf with it on the left side, now going up to the Cards, near center court. Love, down low, taken away. Hershey on the fast break, just now passing half court, going middle of the lane. One-on-one against Radatz, goes up, blocking foul, she'll have two at the line.
Each team taking their time on the offensive end of the ball. Aces do a great job of forcing a turnover on a cut there. And then in transition, Riley Hershey taking that to the rim, doing a great job of creating contact with the body and still going up strong.
Avery Wolf picking up her first foul. Hershey at the stripe. Up and missing the first. Rare miss from the charity stripe for Hershey. Riley Hershey at this point in the year, 18.3 per contest is her average. Second one up and misses as well. Love the rebound.
Free throws are going to be very important when you, like we said, playing in a top-ranked team game where you're going to have to take every opportunity to score against a great defense.
Martin gets the handoff. She's on the left elbow. Now wing extended. Kicks it out. Wolf drives. Charity stripe. Blocked. Randall with the stuff. Up top to Hershey. Hershey gets a tip from behind, trying to regain. Love gets on the floor, and here come the Effingham Hearts. Long pass from Engel gets picked off by Peach. And Peach with an errant throw leading to a turnover early from Mount Carmel. 90 seconds into this one, we're at a frantic pace.
Yeah, and you can tell that either squad is having those turnover troubles that you would see when each team has not played a game in a week and has only played one game in a week.
6:22 on the clock, first quarter, no score. Handling things is Wolf. She's on the left wing. Looking for Martin, finds her. She's guarded closely by Hershey. Over to Radatz, nearly tipped out of bounds. Crosses over to the left, gets to the left elbow, kicks it right back out. Long three for Wolf, bottoms, my goodness. About 28 feet out on the left side, and she knocked it home. Aces break a press early, tip from behind, Randall gets it taken away. Ball on the floor, picking it up is Martin. Here comes Wolf down the court. Kicks it, Radatz, she takes a three, right side, bottoms.
It's exactly what you don't want to let them do is they're getting in transition, they're dribbling in, and then they're kicking it back out for threes, and I'm guessing that's just why that team is so good is they're great outside shooters.
6-0 Hearts, 5:30 to play first quarter, full court press. Into the middle, Randall gets it picked off. Radatz, long pass up to Martin, spin move, right block up, no good, rebound Sellers. Gets it quickly to Hershey, long football pass. Here's Dunlap, right side, off the window and in. 6-2, 4-point lead for the Hearts early in this one, 5:08 to play first quarter. Wolf handling things up top, guarded by Dunlap, goes to the right. Hands it off to Radatz, who steps back and now goes right as well. Here's Martin the opposite way, kicks it out. Wolf for three, her second is no good, a little off. Hershey runs quickly down the floor, going down the right side to the block, floats one up and in.
Right now, this Hearts defense, when they can't press in that full court, they're not near as good. They rotate so well in that 1-2-2 that I don't understand why they don't run in half-court defense.
Engel missing a three as well. Here comes Hershey off the board. Left side this time, wild transition try, and it's no good. A wild miss from her as well. Dunlap will tip it out of bounds off the hand of Martin. Stays with the red jerseys. Couple of subs in early for the Hearts. It'll be Macy Hayes as well as Drew Weiss checking in.
And right now, if you're the Aces, you've got to get it across half court quick, and you got to go meet your passes, because if you're just going to stand still, that pass is going to be tipped 9 times out of 10.
6-4, about halfway through this first quarter. Radatz, right wing, takes a three, missing short, rebound for Peach. Quickly gets up to Hershey, who's running fast against Weiss, kicks it out, and that's going to go the way of the Hearts.
Like we said, you can tell that these teams just have not played near as much as they have been early in the years. We're just seeing some turnovers that are very uncharacteristic for the Aces.
It'll be Weiss handling things now, giving Wolf a break. Radatz with the handoff, going left. Long pass, Wolf, left corner, wide open for three, missing. Rebound for Weiss. Looking to bounce pass it into Love, couldn't quite get it, now Weiss back with it. Bounce pass into Love, this time picked off by Dunlap. Crossing center court. Briefly gets it stripped away. Nice pass to the cutting Hershey. Goes up through contact, barely rims out. Randall the offensive board and put back. Tied at 6 is 3:40 to play first quarter.
The Aces defensively sitting there. It's block-to-block action. Tinsley Dunlap does an amazing job of timing that up to get a steal.
Here's Wolf. Drives, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, fought for, falls in the hands of Radatz. Offensive board, second one, and has many possessions. Weiss for three, straight away, no. Hershey in transition. Going to the left, down to the block, goes up, no good. Misses short, Wolf the board. 3 minutes to play here, first quarter tied at 6. Wolf drives. Steps right back out to the right wing. Tries to get it down low, but it's swatted away by Peach. Wolf regains. Denies a right ball screen. Drives, right short corner, double dribbles.
It was a bad angle for us to see that from up here, but I'm not going to argue as he had the picture-perfect view to see if there was a double dribble or not.
Mackenzie Love and Tessa Radatz take a seat for the first time. Engel and Martin check back in. So now a really big size discrepancy between Randall and the rest of the players on the court. See if that leads to the Mount Carmel advantage for a couple of minutes. Hershey quickly breaking the press, gets inside, thinking about a mid-range shot, puts one up through contact, missing. Zoe Randall with the offensive rebound, got stuffed. Here comes Drew Weiss down the floor. Quickly with the right hand, kicks it right back out. Hayes for three, rims out. Ball briefly goes out of bounds. Behind the back save from Dunlap, lands in the hands of Zoe Randall. Gives it off to her sister on the left side of the court, just now passing the 10-second line. She drives. Gets it stripped away. On the floor, she dives for it, but instead it's Effingham who comes away with it. Engel bringing it up the floor. Cross-court pass picked off by Peach. Long pass up to Randall, left side, easy 2 points, and the Aces have an 8-6 lead. And we'll have our first Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan timeout for head coach Matt McCarty. 8-6, Aces in front from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club. Now members get every 4th foot-long free.
4 foot long's free. Fix my fibula later.
4th footlong's free. Finish flirting with Philip.
4th foot long's free. Now stop focusing on that flock of fire-breasted flower peckers, Frank.
4 foot long's free. Forget the fabric sale, Francine. Folks are freaking out over 4th foot long free.
Back here inside the Hilltop, 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. 8-6, Aces in front. It's been a fast-paced back-and-forth matchup as we've expected, and right now, this Hearts team, they're really relying on that press whenever they make a basket to make things happen on the defensive end.
Yeah, and when they're in that press, they're doing a great job of speeding the Aces up right now, making the Aces make uncharacteristic turnovers just because it feels like there's so much pressure when they're just trying to slow you up.
Raddatz for a 3, right corner, swish. Just like that, the Hearts take the lead right back, 9-8. That's Raddatz's second 3 of the night. In the middle of the floor, here's Randall over to Hershey, right side. Elbow extended, bringing it back out, taking their time. Dunlap up top over to Sellers, looks down low, Randall right, left block, got fouled from behind. It's gonna go against Macy Hayes, her first. Second team foul of the quarter for the Hearts. Just over 90 seconds at 1:36 on the clock here in the first quarter, 9-8 Effingham. Hershey to Dunlap, nearly picked off, recovered by Randall. Now Zoe Randall up right side, no good, tipped up in the air. With the rebound is Weiss, got fouled from behind. Never mind, it was a travel against Drew Weiss. That's not something I expected to see, but I guess they had the better angle.
Yeah, I honestly was kind of thinking a foul on Zoe Randall, but as it helped out the Aces, I'm not going to do any arguing.
Hershey on the inbound. Over to Sellers in the left corner. Bounce pass right back to Hershey. Looking down low to Randall. Left block, couldn't find her, so she'll step back and direct traffic. See what the Aces draw up. Zoe Randall down to her sister. Left block. Goes up through contact, and she'll have 2 shots at the line.
Right there, I just wish Macy would slow down a little bit. When she does get that ball down low, she's trying to score so quickly because she's used to people flashing across and getting their hands in there. When she keeps it up there high and she takes her time, goes and finish, she's going to get an and 1 90% of the time.
Makes the first free throw. Tied at 9. Mackenzie Love and Avery Wolf set to check in, and they will after Randall makes the second one. So Wolf is in. Out goes Macy Hayes as well as Riley Engel. Wolf will direct traffic. 1:10 on the clock, first quarter, 10-9, Aces in front. Here's Wolf up top. Handing it off. Martin drives, steps back, thinks about the 3 and drives again. Spinning to the left, kicking it out to Wolf. Picked off here by Dunlap. She's going 1-on-2, goes up through contact, makes it. 12-9, Aces in front after the tough Dunlap lay.
She's one of the best athletes, girls-wise, I think, all throughout the whole LIC.
Wolf out to Raddatz. She's already hit 2 threes. Hands it off. Martin kicks. Wolf for 3, right corner, and misses long. Rebound fought for, falls in the hands of Randall. Hands it off to Hershey. She's coming down the left side of the court. Has to fight off a double, but gets it taken away after she dribbles it off her own foot. Then tips it away. Wolf dives on the floor and somehow gets it to Raddatz. She kicks it. Weiss, 3, left corner, long. Offensive rebound there for Martin, misses the bunny. And a foul called underneath, or a whistle was blown. They're going to call that on Hershey on the defensive rebound attempt, and over the back, her first. 14.5 on the clock, 12-9, Aces in front. Weiss on the inbound, gets it. Martin, mid-range jumper, sinks it. Her first 2 of the night. Aces with 9 seconds to work. They need to go quickly. Long pass, Randall wide open underneath, gets a man jumping and puts it up and in. 14-11, 3-quarter heave at the buzzer will be no good. So a fun, fast-paced first quarter between these two postseason contenders. What else did you expect? 14-11, Aces in front. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball.
Get ready for Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic. Experience an evening of amazement and wonder as you dazzle in magic and illusions live with world-class magician Jason Hootie. With a show featuring grand illusions, comedic audience participation, incredible sleight of hand, and much more. Get your tickets now and prepare to be amazed with Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic.
There's a lot of things that you can do to help and reduce your heating bills over the wintertime. Open the draperies in the house. Let the sun warm the interior of your home during the day. That helps reduce some of that heating load during the day. Consider installing programmable thermostats. You can drop the temperature down while you're not there, or in the evening times when you're asleep, make the house a little cooler, and then have those programmable thermostats bring the temperature up at the times you're actually in the home, not away.
Back here inside the Hilltop, 14-11, Aces in front. It was a fun first quarter. We're right back at it. Wolf with it. Over to Martin looking down low, gets it to Love up top. Wolf right back with the basketball. Tries to find Radatz, nearly overthrows her on the left side, but Radatz able to recover. Wolf right back directing traffic. Hard hedge on the screen, but denied. Now here's Martin. Left corner, thought about the three, didn't take it. Long pass to Weiss up top. She drives, she goes up, and she got fouled. So she'll have two at the line. Max, what do you see between both of these teams that maybe they need to do better to come out on top after that fun first quarter?
Aces just got to cut a couple turnovers. That's really what's killed them, is a lot of these transition turnovers that they've had against this Effingham squad. And Effingham, they've got to do something else outside of just hit the maybe two shooters that they have on the floor. They're getting them looks, and they're shooting from the Hilltop logo right now, and it's got to be an inside-out attack, because as soon as the Aces notice, or the Aces have noticed that, and they're going to try to run them off the three-point line and man-to-man, going over every screen. So you got to get something down low to force a switch or two.
Making both of those free throws was Drew Weiss, so it's 14-13 now. Full court press from Effingham. Mount Carmel breaks it easily. Randall gets a left ball screen, picks it up to the rolling Randall. Middle of the lane, goes up, misses it short, got her own board, left side and in. That's her bread and butter. She's in double figures already. 16-13, Aces in front. Here comes Martin down low quickly. Rebound fought for, falls in the hands of Effingham. Ball on the floor once again after a tip from an inside-out look. Ball on the floor, jump ball called. It'll go the way of the Golden Aces.
Right now, Aces, just break the press, slow it down, get in your half-court offense, and get the first available look. It doesn't have to be the best available look. I think if you can get something real quick and get something to go, it's going to go longer ways than taking a lot of time right here on the offensive end.
16-13 the score, just under a minute has been played here in the second quarter. Wolf with the steal, transition bucket to cut it to 16-15.
Right there, that's what I mean by get something quick, because Aces with the turnover problems, that's just going to be an issue of once you do get across half court, turn the ball over.
Evie Knapp passes to Peach. She's in the right short corner, goes up, tough mid-range look is no good. Wolf with the board, up to Martin. Martin all by herself. Passes it to Radatz, thought about the three, now drives left. Kicks it, Martin for three. Left wing is no good, misses wildly, nearly missed everything. Here's Hershey in transition. Hershey drives, kicks. Knapp thought about the three, didn't take it. Hershey with it in the right corner. Gets her left ball screen, spins right, and tries to split a double. Does, into Randall, middle of the lane, stripped away, but a foul called. Effingham fans not liking it, and it goes against Alyssa Martin, her second. Boy. Tinsley Dunlap checks back in. Evie Sellers takes a break. 6:09 to play, second period. 16-15, Aces in front.
Right now, the Aces are without a three so far in the game. They've got to find something outside before this Effingham squad starts just packing it in the lane with a 1 or 2-3 zone.
Hershey knocks down a 15-footer on the right elbow to bring her total to 4 and bring the Aces lead to 3, 18-15. Here's Martin handing it off to Radatz. She's guarded closely by Dunlap all the way out near center court. Martin with it, left corner, looks down low, can't find anything. Here's Hayes. Straight away, drives past Randall, goes up right side and one.
Don't bring your hand down, just contest. She already beat you. Don't go pick up a foul trying to make a hero play of blocking her.
I guess that would be the one advantage to a smaller lineup for Effingham against a player like Macy Randall, is Hayes should be able to take her off the dribble fairly easily in most circumstances. She does make the free throw, so converts on the old-fashioned three-point play, and we're tied at 18s. Here's Dunlap in the backcourt. Got it taken away. Wolf goes up easy 2 points, 20-18 on the pickoff. Full court pressure giving the Aces issues. Long pass. Here's Evie Knapp, right side, goes up through contact, missing. Rebound for Hayes. Looks up, long pass to Martin. Tough play there from Hershey, who picks up a foul trying to dive after it.
I'm not sure if she dove or if she just tripped and picked up the foul. You're going after the ball against somebody else and you fall into them, you're usually going to get a foul call.
And she now has 2. And we're not even halfway through the second quarter, and with that, she'll take a seat. Zoe Randall checks in along with Evie Sellers. So now the Aces without their main ball handler in the game for probably at least a couple of minutes. Here's Weiss giving it off. Hayes wide open for 3, and she knocks it home. And just like that, we're going to have a Country Financial agent TM Morgan timeout for head coach Matt McCarty. Great start in the second quarter for the Hearts. 23-18 their lead from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
Back here inside the Hilltop, 23-18, 5-point lead for the Hearts here in the second quarter. 5 minutes even on the clock. Man, you can really see through these first 12 minutes of this ball game why Effingham is 23-2. I mean, they can shoot the lights out.
Yeah, they can shoot the lights out, and in this 1-2-2 full court press, they're so poised. They all rotate together. It's like there's a string tied to all 5 of them. They all work around. And this press is not to create turnovers. It is not to do anything besides slow you down and make you create just make you overthink everything and take more time to just cross half court.
They come out in it again. Dunlap gets it. Down low, Randall left side, tipped away by Mackenzie Love. And it will be Mount Carmel basketball underneath the basket on the left side. Peach will be the one to inbound it. Dunlap to Sellers straight away. Over to Peach. Peach, right wing 3 is no good. Rebound fought for, tipped in the air, falls in the hands of Riley Engel. Gets it off to Radatz. Just now passing the 10-second line, loses it. Diving for it is Dunlap, gets it in the backcourt. He was tipped, so no violation. Here's Love in the middle of the lane. Nice defense by Randall. Gets her own rebound. Long pass up to Zoe. She's in the right short corner. Got bumped, no call. Gets it right back up. Here's Sellers. Left wing, drives with the left hand. Kicks it out, taken away by Wolf. 2-on-2 she goes. Stops, pops, mid-range, good. Avery Wolf now with 9. Score 25-18, Aces trail. Halfway through this second quarter. Here's Peach left side. Not past the 10-second line as of yet. Aces need to hurry. Tipped up in the air. Recovering it is Randall. Zoe over to Sellers, now to Peach. Peach drives, gets to the short corner. Left block goes up through contact. A charge, though, before she made the bucket. And Peach is going to pick up that foul despite making the layup. No basket.
Yeah, she was set. She did a great job getting to the block, getting outside the lane, just meeting her there and taking a charge. It's all simple as if you're standing there set and you run into somebody, it's usually going to be a charge.
That's her first, team 4th. So Effingham will be in the bonus. The next foul the Aces commit. 25-18 the score. Here's Martin. Gets it to her dad straight away. 3:30 on the clock now. She drives with the left hand, gets past Randall, goes up wildly, rebound Sellers. Up to Hershey, who's freshly checked in. Hershey Drives and kicks, gets it right back. Directing traffic near the Cards. Now on the left side of the lane. Drives to the charity stripe, puts up the mid-range jumper. Why not? That's the best shot in her bag. Knocks it down easily. She has 6. 25-20. Aces trail still. 3 minutes to go, second quarter.
When she steps into a mid-range like that, now I usually expect it to go in, Riley, and I don't say that at a lot of people shooting a mid-range jumper.
Here's Radatz, left corner, looking up top to Wolf. Wide open straightaway jumper is no good. Rebound fought for, falls in the hands of Peach. She comes up the right side, trying to find Hershey, can't. Now goes middle of the court to the left. Now finds Hershey on the left side, hands it off, and Hershey directs traffic. Getting a right ball screen from Randall, takes it. Drives to the mid-range, kicks it. Peach for 3, right wing, bottoms! 25-23, Aces trail by 2. 2:20 to play here in this first half. Martin over to Weiss. Handles it at the Cards. Driving left, handing it off is to Wolf. Over to Radatz, she's in the right wing, kicks it right back. Looking down to the high post of Love, can't find her. Love gives her a left ball screen. Wolf takes it, weaving in and out of traffic. Kicks it out to Martin, nearly lost it out of bounds, but Martin saved it. Long cross-court pass, picked off by Dunlap, but recovered by Radatz. She kicks it, Weiss in the corner. Bounce pass inside, Love, a foul called down low.
Evie Sellers just wasn't in great position there. She got caught behind her instead of being on a hip, and she picked up a foul trying to reach around and tipped the ball away.
And that will lead to 2 free throws at the line for Mackenzie Love. So for this last minute 45, Aces will have to battle the bonus. That was the first foul against Sellers. The first free throw is up and in.
And that just stopped an Aces 5-0 run after, that's why basketball's so beautiful. Effingham went on, I think, about a 7 or 8 point run, and the Aces answered back with a 5-point run to get it back. And, it's just beautiful how basketball works, Riley.
You expect this one to go back and forth all game, the way these two teams have played this season. 27-23 the score. Down low, wide open Tinsley. Dunlap left side, breaking down the press beautifully. 27-25, 90 seconds on the clock, first half. Here's Hayes, freshly checked in. One dribble to the right, kicks it out to Wolf. She's in the left short corner. Now straight away. Over to Weiss, right wing. Down low, Love. She's near the block, kicks it out. Martin for 3. Left wing is no good. Rebound for Randall, up to Hershey. Hershey coming down the left side. Euro step up and in. 27's on the board. 60 seconds to play first half. Wolf against Peach. Over to Weiss. Gets a right ball screen. Now here's Hayes. Fakes the 3 straight away. Gives it over to Wolf. Guarded by Dunlap. She takes the right ball screen. Switching on to her is Sellers. And now it's Love up top. Wolf throws it away. Hershey with the steal. Goes up middle of the lane. Push off. Goes up and in from the right side. Aces take the lead right back. 29-27. Hershey in double figures.
Aces defensively creating turnovers and getting points in transition. It has been great here on the defensive end of the ball for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces.
17 seconds and counting. First half concluding. 29-27 the score. Aces in front. Avery Wolf with it. 10 seconds on the clock. They've got to move. She'll get a double ball screen to the left. Denies it. Goes right. Kicks it. Martin for 3. Right corner is no good. Rebound fought for. It's Randall with it. 1 second to go. Throwing it away as time expires. What a high-octane first half we have here. Should be fun with a second half coming up from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head? Or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $484 a month, or lease a 2025 Bronco for $493 per month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2026 Pacifica with 1.9% financing, or lease a 2026 Wrangler for $397 a month. See store for details and go to Steve Faulkner Automotive.
Welcome in to the Keep Us in Your Home halftime show if you need to find them. They're located on 1500 North Cherry Street. On the Tim Phillips of Jade Investment scoreboard, 29-27 in favor of these Mount Carmel Lady Aces against a very good Effingham Lady Hearts team. That first half, man, back and forth all game. The largest lead either team had was 5, and that was an Effingham lead. So you take a look at the body of work so far in this one, and what do you see?
Well, you know, I hate to correct you, but Effingham did get up to 7 there. It's 25-18 there for a little bit. But it's just been runs. The Aces are doing a great job of getting Effingham off of the three-point line. They're chasing them over screens. They're doing a great job of rotating. And when they throw those long skip passes, they keep somebody low that runs up and is trying to pick it off almost like a safety sitting back in coverage. So they're doing great on the defensive end of the ball. Then offensively, they're getting the ball in the hand of the people that are going to go get in buckets. Riley Hershey has 10. Macy Randall has 10. They both had 8 in their own quarter and 2 in another. So when either of them are kind of trading quarters of doing the work for the Aces, Tinsley Dunlap has 6. That's the most I can remember from a first half from her so far this year. So you got 3 people doing a lot of work for the Aces offensively. And then, like we said, defensively, creating turnovers and just doing a great job of running them off the three-point line.
And you really saw the importance of Riley Hershey to this team midway through that first half whenever she picked up that second foul at the beginning of the second quarter. That's when Effingham went on that run and got that 7-point lead. And whenever she's on the floor, it just seems like a completely different team.
Yeah, when she's on the floor, it is a completely different team. There's a reason that I think she's, at the start of the game at least, was 8 assists away from the all-time school record, girls or boys. So that's one that is going to make this team so much better. Is on the offensive side of the ball, people gravitate towards her. They have to go and defend her, because if not, she's going to go get an easy basket. And then on the, once again, she does such a good job from that mid-range. We talked about it earlier. When she shoots a mid-range, it feels like she is going to make that mid-range regardless of who is close to her. And the Aces just got to continue to get her the ball, work off of Riley Hershey, and get open looks for other people on the floor.
And for Effingham, they've done a really good job in that 1-2-2 press. What did you see from Mount Carmel there against that press that maybe they need to improve on, or what did you see that they're doing really well?
Well, they did really well there late of just taking their time. It's not something that you've got to go run and break press. You know, you think that they're going to be all up over you, but in reality, this press is something where they're just trying to make the Aces rotate the ball a couple extra times before they cross half court. They're not really trying to create that many turnovers. When they do try to create a turnover, it's when the Aces are forcing the ball across that half-court line, flying up and getting those steals. It's got to be 1 or 2 passes. You beat a press through the air, not on the ground. So you can't dribble through this. They're going to send traps, but they haven't been strong traps. They've been a lot of weak traps. It's got to be getting the ball to the middle, throwing those skip passes, and just making this zone have to rotate and get opposition.
This is the Keep Us in Your Home halftime show. If you need to find them, they're located on 1500 North Cherry Street. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about these two teams as halftime winds down from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club. Now members get every 4th foot long free.
4 foot long's free. Fix my fibula later.
4th foot long's free. Finish flirting with Philip.
4th foot long's free. Now stop focusing on that flock of fire-breasted flower peckers, Frank.
4 foot long's free. Forget the fabric sale, Francine. Folks are freaking out over 4th foot long free.
Get ready for Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic. Experience an evening of amazement and wonder as you dazzle in magic and illusions live with world-class magician Jason Hootie. With a show featuring grand illusions, comedic audience participation, incredible sleight of hand, and much more. Get your tickets now and prepare to be amazed with Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic.
There's a lot of things that you can do to help and reduce your heating bills over the wintertime. Open the draperies in the house. Let the sun warm the interior of your home during the day. That helps reduce some of that heating load during the day. Consider installing programmable thermostats. You can drop the temperature down while you're not there, or in the evening times when you're asleep, make the house a little cooler, and then have those programmable thermostats bring the temperature up at the times you're actually in the home, not away.
Corporate America Family Credit Union at 1011 Oak Street in Mount Carmel is ready to serve you with the financial tools you need for your life's journey. Our staff consists of friends and neighbors from our community, here to serve you like family. We offer a full line of financial services, including new and used vehicle loans, home loans, checking and savings accounts, access to no surcharge ATMs, 24/7 account access, and more. Call or visit us today. Corporate America Family Credit Union, empowering financial success.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf. Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to...
Back here inside the Hilltop, this is the Keep Us Funeral Home halftime show. If you can find them, they're located on 1500 North Cherry Street. On the Tim Phillips of Jade Investment scoreboard, 2-point lead for Mount Carmel. 29-27 is the score there. Mount Carmel really has been effective offensively, and so is Effingham. It's just been a fun, real back-and-forth game between two 2A powerhouses that likely, or it looks like possibly will meet in the sectional later this year.
Yeah, and this is going to be a game that I think either team, if they lose, they're going to want back, and that's going to be a revenge game up in sectionals. So it's got to be just the most aggressive defense you can come out and play the rest of this half. And then for the Aces, it's got to be limited in turnovers, as we talked about. So you can get this win. It helps with your regional seeding, and it helps with your just all-around sectional seeding. It's going to get you there's no such thing really as home court advantage as if you're not hosting a regional or sectional, but it's just going to help them out so much when it comes to getting the seeding and maybe getting a bye.
Now, the good thing for Mount Carmel is they are hosting this year's regional on the girls' side, so that will hopefully go to their advantage here this upcoming postseason. Head coach Matt McCarty pretty happy that they don't have the travel schedule that they had last year when looking back at that big postseason run that they went on, so he's pretty happy with those looks on where they're playing.
Yeah, I don't know where the sectional that they would fall in will be, but hosting a regional is some of the most fun stuff ever. My senior year, we played the regional at home, and winning a regional on your home floor is just so much more of a just a better feeling than it is.
The sectional would be held at Olney and the Super at Benton. Back On the floor here, the Hearts with the first possession of this second half. Here's Radatz on the right wing, driving towards the left elbow. Gets it off to Martin, who will hand it to Wolf. 29-27 as we get this third quarter underway. Aces in front by a measly 2 points. Back and forth the first half was. Love up top, over to Martin, finds Wolf in the left corner. Love with a face cut, didn't get the basketball. Now with it in the right corner. Kicks it right back up to Martin, over to Radatz, left wing. Nice defense from the Aces. 30 seconds has elapsed here in this third quarter. Love straight away, doesn't take the three, over to Martin. Right corner, Engel hands it off. Wolf, long pass. Martin opposite side of the court, left side. Drives to the right, kicks it. Gets it right back. Aces team with a long defensive possession, reaching a minute strong now. Effingham taking their time, wanting the look they want. Long pass picked off by Randall. She'll bring it up the floor and travels.
I know that we just had a turnover for the Aces, but when you look at that defensively, they did the whole thing where they were just working around there, making them have to pass the ball around and get a good look. And they did a great job of taking away those outside looks, and they're not going to throw that lob pass with Macy Randall in the post.
Here's Martin spinning, middle of the lane, turnaround hook shot jumper, no good. Randall with it, picks up her dribble, hands it off to Hershey. She comes down the left side. Now passing the Cards. Aces now going left to right, down the court. Hearts vice versa. Here's Dunlap over to Sellers. Gets it down low to Randall, right block, tipped out of bounds, and it is off of Randall, goes the way of Effingham. Certainly seemed like the look they wanted, just couldn't convert.
Yeah, and they're going to send those doubles at Macy in the post. You throw it to her left hand. They're constantly going to guard on the right, on the top high side, and they're going to try to clamp down on that left.
Engel over to Martin. She's in the left corner. Right back to Engel, who dribbles a couple of times, gets straight away. Dribbling towards the right, looking for Radatz and gives it off. Radatz crossing over to the left, getting to the lane and kicking. Here's Love in the short corner on the right side. Right back up top. Tipped up in the air. Radatz recovers for the red jerseys. 6 minutes on the clock here, third quarter. 29-27 still the score. Radatz drives, gets in the left short corner. Bounce pass inside Martin, left side. Blocked by Randall. Recovers her own board. Dribbles wildly. Kicks it out. Angle for three straight away. Missing. Rebound fought for. Tipped out of bounds. It will go the way of Mount Carmel.
Yeah, once again, the Aces just continue to play some really great defense as they're making this Effingham squad have to get those, throw those lob passes down low, and Macy Randall is just going to take every one of those away.
Here's that 1-2-2 once again. Sellers in the backcourt, up to Randall, gets to the middle of the floor, and right back to Sellers over to Dunlap. Dunlap on the near side, which is the left, driving to the left short corner, drives past her man, up top, no good, rebound Radatz. Long pass up to Martin, perfect, on a dime, goes up right side, wow. 29-29. Martin now with 4. Picked off in the backcourt by Wolf. Wolf, bounce pass, Martin again, that time draws contact, no whistle blown, but gets 2 more.
For as good of an athlete as Tinsley Dunlap is, I'd love to see her go up off of 2 feet, kind of like Martin did right there. And you got to go up through contact instead of trying to go around it.
31-29, Hearts in front. Here's Pete straight away. Fakes the 3, hands it to Sellers, who gives it off to Hershey. She directs traffic. 4:53 to play, third quarter. Hershey drives right ball screen. Charity stripe fall away jumper is no good. Offensive rebound. Randall puts it up and through. 31-31. Randall with 12. .435 to play, third quarter. Here's Engel. Hands it off to Radatz. Nearly travels. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass inside, picked off by Dunlap. She comes down the right side. Ball in her right hand. Nice pass inside Randall. Gets a man jumping. Left side. Bucket.
It's amazing what a jump stop and a shot fake can do. You're going to see so many open layups as people are going to fly by you because they're trying to just block the ball.
And a Country Financial Agent Tia Morgan timeout for head coach Jeff Schaefer. Effingham needs some time. 4:14 to play, 33-31. Aces in front from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
This is no ordinary cup. This Scooter's coffee cup was served with a genuine so good to see you again smile. This cup has a little boost of energy just for you. This cup came with extra whip for good luck.
We lost!
You'll get them next time. This Scooter's coffee cup was made by your favorite barista for her favorite customer. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scoot on around.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $484 a month, or lease a 2025 Bronco for $493 per month on.
Back inside Mount Carmel, a travel from Macy Hayes on the Effingham side of the basketball, leading to an Aces possession. 33-31 the score, 3:56 to play in the third quarter. Zoe Randall checks in, gives it off to Hershey. Now Macy Randall with it up top. Gives it to Dunlap. Dunlap, ball in her right hand. Directing traffic, nearly got it taken away, picks up her dribble, guarded by Weiss. Here's Hershey, double teamed in the corner, but it's tipped out of bounds by Wolf, goes the way of Mount Carmel.
Right now, just the Aces offensively, they're going to have to take their time. It's got to be Riley Hershey in the mid-range, getting that high-low look with Macy Randall, or just a high ball screen with Macy Randall.
Taken away by Wolf, but she travels in the backcourt. Boy, if she didn't travel there, that was a wide open basket waiting for Effingham to tie this one at 33. It's been a fun one, but at times sloppy. Here inside the Hilltop. Dunlap over to Randall, down low to her sister and Macy. She's in the right block, looking to go underneath, but got it tipped away, but it does stay here with Mount Carmel. 3:29 to play, third quarter, 33-31 the score. Peach on the inbound, picked off by Hayes. Gets it off to Wolf. Coming down the floor through the middle. Radatz, right wing, three. Good, and the foul. Goodness. Her third three, her third three of the night. An and one look for her, trying for a 4-point play. Peach picks up the foul, her second.
Wow.
Radatz makes the bucket. She has 10. So just like that, the Hearts with a 2-point lead, 35-33. Here's Zoe Randall down the court, gets it down low, Macy. Nice pass inside, Dunlap goes up, and one of her own! Back to back, and Dunlap responds. Whew.
Right there, Macy Randall gets on the block. They send a double across the paint, and she just does a good job of keeping the ball high and dropping it down low to Tinsley Dunlap.
Looking to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Up and in, Aces with the lead. She has 9 points. That was Raditz's first foul. Here's Weiss. Up to Raditz, straight away, guarded by Hershey, dribbles to the left. Nice bounce pass, doing a back cut, but picked off by Zoe Randall, who got fouled trying to recover. It's going to go against Alyssa Martin, her third, so she has to be careful. She's one of the 5 starters for this Effingham team. Hershey gets it in the backcourt against this 1-2-2. Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Over to Sellers, picks up the dribble, has to get it quickly up to Randall and does. Passing the half-court line. Randall picks up her dribble, hands it off to Hershey. Hershey, a left ball screen, takes it, gets down to the short corner, spinning to the right. She's on the left block and travels before she's able to get a pass off. Weiss inbounds it to Wolf. Raditz fakes the three. Got Hershey jumping, but put it on the floor and get it right back to Wolf. 2:30 to play, third quarter. Fun one so far through 3.5. Here's Weiss. Dribbles, kicks it out. Now Hayes, she drives right past Randall, goes up, got bumped, no call. Randall picks up her dribble. Long pass in the middle of the floor to Hershey, but got it taken away. Here's Wolf. Wolf dribbles to the right. Nice turnaround, bounce pass is kicked out of bounds by Randall.
Right there, Coach Matt McCarty saying, go get the ball. You can't just always run out in transition. Go get the ball, bring it up the floor, set up something on the offensive end.
Raditz on the perimeter, drives to the right elbow. Kicks it. Weiss wide open. Fakes the three, drives in the right short corner. Bounce pass into Hayes. Got blocked by Randall. Fight for the rebound. Foul underneath. That one goes against Drew Weiss, just her first. Starting to get physical down low, as you would expect a close, high-intensity game like this. Bounce pass to Sellers. In the backcourt, back to Hershey. Gets to the middle of the floor. Up to Dunlap. Quick, strong pass into Zoe Randall. Left side, goes up off the backboard, no good. Regains her own board, got fouled on the way down.
Zoe Randall does a great job of following her own shot and following other people's shots. She's one of the best rebounders on this squad, and that's why she's gotten so many varsity minutes. She does a great job anticipating the rebound.
Hershey lobs it up to Randall. Randall, middle of the lane, turnaround, spinning, hook shot, no good. Got her own board on the follow. Randall with 14, 38-35, 1:30 to play third quarter. Raditz will bring it up. She takes a long three and no good. Boy, that would have been something. 90 seconds to play here in this third quarter. That was about a 30-footer that Raditz just took from straight away. Hershey hands it off to Dunlap. Near the Cards. They will take their time. Picks up her dribble over to Sellers' left wing. Thought about the three, doesn't take it, denies the ball screen and gives it right back to Dunlap. She drives to the left against Raditz, picks up the dribble near the short corner, hands it right back off to Hershey, who gives it back. Hershey with it left side. Getting the right ball screen. Down low to the rolling Randall, got fouled. She'll have two at the line. Hayes will be the one to pick it up. It'll be her second. Oh, never mind, a charging call.
A walk.
Walk. There we go. Didn't see the hand motion there.
Yeah, I was a little confused there too. It was a late travel call.
And that's going to be a Coach Financial Agent Tia Morgan timeout for head coach Jeff Schaefer of the Effingham Hearts. A full timeout from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $484 a month, or lease a 2025 Bronco for $493 per month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2026 Pacifica with 1.9% financing, or lease a 2026 Wrangler for $397 a month. See store for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Teaching kids about money is an important step.
Back here inside the Hilltop, 48.4 seconds on the clock here in this third quarter, 38-35. The score in favor of Mount Carmel. Boy, a couple of big plays back and forth here in this third quarter. Fun basketball, some good defense as well. Everything you would want.
Yeah, everything you want for two great teams that are matching up is you just want physicality, you want everything. The officials are not letting what their calls dictate the game. That's why you're just not people here are a little frustrated with the lack of whistles that have been blown. But in this type of game, you cannot let a whistle impact who's going to win a game, especially when this is going to be so important for seeding in the postseason.
Absolutely, and as a coach, you most appreciate that. Just letting them play down the stretch. Here's Wolf over to Martin. She's in the right short corner, steps back, got blocked on the jumper by Randall. Offensive rebound for Hayes, nearly got fouled. Martin goes up, got fouled on the follow, and she'll have two shots at the line. That one goes against Evie Sellers, her second. Martin at the line. She has 6 points tonight. 4 of those have been wide open transition looks, and they were back-to-back. First free throw is up and in.
Evie Sellers just a little late to slide across the lane there to try and get in position to alter a shot or just take a charge like I think she wanted to do. But, of course, like I said, just a little late to slide over and get in position.
Riley Engel checks in for Raditz. 33.9 on the clock here in this third quarter. On the second one from Martin. Up and through. So she has 8 now, and now it's Mackenzie Love who checks in for the shooter and Martin. So a bit of a bigger longer lineup out for Effingham with Weiss, Hayes, and Love all in the ball game. Hershey with it, just now crossing the half-court line. 23 seconds and counting here in this third quarter. Aces will take their time. Driving to the right is Hershey. Gets a wide open lane. Goes up through 3 defenders and a blocking foul. Didn't make the lay, but 2 at the line upcoming.
Amazing take there from Riley Hershey. Fake the handoff high, take it down low, go up through 3 defenders, keep the ball high, and keep it where you can still finish through contact.
Hayes picks up her second foul. That puts the Hearts at 5 team fouls. So Aces in the bonus for the final 14.9. Hershey making the first. Evie Knapp checks in for Dunlap. Mostly probably just to make sure Dunlap doesn't pick up a foul here in this final 15 seconds. Hershey on the second try, makes it. Redeems herself from the 2 missed free throws earlier, and it will be a defensive substitution for her as well as Zoe Randall checks in. 40-37 the score. Aces in front. Wolf working quickly down the floor. She's guarded by Peach. 10 seconds to work. Crossing over to the left, gets a ball screen. Gets to the middle of the lane, kicks it to Raditz. 5 seconds. Raditz, step back 3 at the buzzer is no good. Rebound Randall to secure the end of the third quarter. It's been a fun one through 3. Hopefully a fun fourth coming up. 40-37, the score. Aces in front. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
Back here inside the Hilltop, just about ready for the final 8 minutes in this one. 40-37. The score inside of Mount Carmel High School. And boy, this Lady Aces team, they are scratching, clawing. They're really battling out there to keep this one going. And Effingham right up there with them. I mean, it's just back and forth. Both these teams really wanting to come away with a victory here this afternoon. Yeah,
and both teams kind of needing to come away with a victory here. Like we've continued to say all day, it's just so much of this game is going to depend on some postseason seeding, and Aces need a big win here as they've dropped some of these bigger games, and Effingham wants to continue to be a 2-loss team.
Aces with possession to begin this fourth quarter. Hershey dumps it off to Randall up top. Randall backing down her man, faking the handoff and gives it to Peach. Peach gets a ball screen, takes a 3 straight away, bottoms! Second 3 of the night for her.
It's one of those you say, what is going on, until it goes in.
Here's Engel. She's on the left side. A foul called underneath off the ball. Looks like that's going to go against Dunlap. It'll just be her first. So not too crazy there. Thankfully, she wasn't in foul trouble when that was called.
Yeah, and Avery Wolf is a great shooter. When she was getting going there in the the second, that's when Effingham went on the run. So I'm guessing Tinsley Dunlap, who's one of the better defenders for the Aces, her job is to take her away right now, and that's why we're going to see a lot of physicality on cuts.
On the inbound, Weiss just gives it up to Radatz. Radatz kicks it. Wolf fakes a 3, steps back, takes a 3, and airballs it, missing everything. Wild shot, but a save from Effingham falls in the hands of Radatz, and they're going to get a second try. Wow. Wolf up top, guarded by Peach, over to Radatz. Right wing, she takes a 3. Got to be careful with her, missing short. Rebound for Peach. Long pass up to Hershey. A wild pass up to Hershey goes out of bounds.
Olivia Peach is the other guard on the floor right now for the Aces. She has got to just be able to take that ball up on her own, even if Riley Hershey is leaking out in transition.
7 minutes to play, fourth quarter. 43-37, 6-point lead for Mount Carmel. Here's Martin. Martin on the left side, up to Hayes. Hayes straight away, travels. Took a little bunny hop as she thought about shooting, but had second thoughts. So that leads to an Aces possession.
It's another one Aces just got to take such advantage of, especially as Effingham has a chance to get set up in a press.
Nearly throwing it away there. Long pass over to Peach. Peach drives left short corner, gets to the block, goes up, floats one up, no good. Offensive rebound. Randall puts it up and in. Aces with their largest lead of the night, 45-37. Here's Wolf, driving right. Kicks it, handing it off to Radatz, who now gives it to Martin. Radatz left side, takes a long three. Off back iron, tipped it up in the air. Hayes with the board, got fouled by Randall. That'll be Randall's second. Hayes at the line for two.
Right there, she's getting rewarded for getting an offensive rebound against Macy Randall. That's just how important defensive rebounding is every second chance opportunity is an opportunity to get another foul or to create, anything on the offensive end of the ball for this Effingham squad, and they're too good to be allowing a bunch of second chance points.
That was Randall's second team foul as well. Hayes on the second try after making the first, bounced it up off the heel and missing. Peach with it, long pass to Hershey, nearly threw it out again. 45-38, 6:15 to go in this contest. Hershey gets a right ball screen, crossing over left, denying it. She drives, kicks, Sellers, left corner three, bottoms! What a run to begin this fourth quarter for Mount Carmel, up to a double-digit lead at 10. 48-38, under 6 minutes to play. Wolf drives, kicks, Radatz drives to the left, gives it off to Martin. Martin fakes the three, kicking it out to Weiss. She's in the left corner. Weiss gets to the charity stripe, takes a mid-range jumper, missing off the heel. Rebound fought for, tipped out of bounds, stays here.
Aces just continue to play great on the defensive end of the ball. They're switching everything, continuing to chase them off the three-point line and trying to make it where they've got to get to the rim where Macy Randall's waiting for them.
Jeff Schaefer with a Country Financial Agent Team Morgan timeout. We'll be back from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $484 a month, or lease a 2025 Bronco for $493 per month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2026 Pacifica with 1.9% financing, or lease a 2026 Wrangler for $397 a month. See store for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Back here inside the Hilltop, 10-point lead for the Aces. 48-38, 5:42 to play. Max, what does Effingham need to do to get back into this one?
Knock down a couple outside looks. They've hit 1-3 in this whole second half. And as a team who, when they were playing really close with the Aces, had 4 threes in that first half, got to have some sort of outside look.
Hayes takes a three, misses it. Offensive rebound for Martin, left side of the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds, and Wolf with the board. A third chance. Long pass, Weiss fakes the three and drives on the left side. Gets to the middle of the lane, puts up a jumper and in. Here's Hershey, brings it up. Nearly threw it away to Sellers. She's doubled in the corner. Has to find some room and does. Goes to the left side, foul called, a charge against Sellers. Oh boy. That's going to get the attention of these Aces fans. Sellers picks up her third.
Yeah, I could see it from way up here that I think she did extend the arm a little bit, and that's probably what got her the foul call. But either way, it's one of those 50-50 calls. She got a call, and it could go either way.
48-40 the score. 5:11 to play fourth quarter. Drew Weiss will bring it up for Effingham. Weiss directing traffic, hands it off to Hayes. Driving to the right, kicks it. Wolf, right corner three. No good, missing off the front iron. Rebound for Hayes, kicks it out to Radatz. She drives to the lane, fakes the spin, gets it out Martin. She now to the right block, goes up, stuffed. Randall with the block, long pass up to Hershey. 1-on-2, right side, goes up and in. Right back to a 10-point lead, Hershey with 16. 50-40 the score, 4:35 to play. Wolf drives, puts one up over the tall hands of Dunlap and Randall, and she gets two of her own. Wolf now is 11. Hershey drives and kicks, nearly traveled. 50-42, 8-point lead for Mount Carmel. Hands it off, picked off by Wolf, and she's going to have easy two. No one even near her. 50-44, and head coach Matt McCarty is furious. Country Financial Agent Team Morgan timeout for him. 50-44, the score. Aces in front from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball. Right back here to the Hilltop. 50-44, the score. Aces in front. Max right now, and Coach Matt McCarty, the message to his team, stop giving up offensive rebounds.
Yeah, stop giving up offensive rebounds. Stop turning the ball over. It's just two fairly simple mistakes, I guess you can say. I guess it's easy to point out, not easy to fix. It's what we should say. It's got to be getting a body on somebody on the defensive end, going out there, putting a forearm in somebody's chest, and getting a box out. That basketball, when you're boxing somebody out, it is basically football. It's the most physical part of the game, and it's how you got to treat it. You can't just make it a jumping match. Now on offense, they're going to play physical defense. They're going to set up in a press and guard you up and down the floor very aggressively, and that's something that you're going to have to take as the Aces and roll with and run with in stride.
Halfway through this fourth quarter, 50-44 the score. 6-point lead for the Aces. And Sellers throws it away. Drew Weiss drives, right side, goes up through contact, missing. Rebound for Randall, long pass up to Hershey. She's all by herself. She'll extend the lead to 8. Hershey now with 18, right at her average. Wolf brings it up, 3:40 to play, fourth quarter. Wolf hands it off to Martin, who drives with her left hand, getting to the middle of the lane, spinning and trying to find a look inside. Kicks it right back out, tipped away by Dunlap, who barely missed getting it back, but Wolf recovers in the backcourt. Wolf directing traffic, getting the left ball screen and denying it. Steps back. Now takes the double ball screen. Fakes the three and got it tipped. Never mind, she double dribble. Here comes Macy Hayes back into the ball game for Mackenzie Love.
Right now the Aces have just got to slow it down. It's got to be getting to that across half court and getting an offensive look before you turn it over, because that's just been, really the Achilles heel for the Aces.
3 minutes to play, 8-point lead for Mount Carmel, 52-44. Here's Sellers, looking down low to Randall, can't find her, bounce pass up to Peach straight away. Peach to the back, cutting Riley Hershey, turns it over. Here's Alyssa Martin, one-on-one, bounce pass, inside, down low to Hayes, she missed a layup, got her own offensive board. Raditz with the three, good! There's those offensive rebounds again. Raditz with her 4th three of the contest. 52-47. Hershey quickly down the floor behind the back dribble. Down low to the left block is Randall. Now to Dunlap. Fall away. Layup no good. Raditz the defensive rebound. She's swarmed. Has to get it up to someone and finds Hayes. Hayes bounce pass to Martin. Over to Wolf. Wolf left corner three. Yes! 52-50. And head coach Matt McCarty needs another Country Financial agent Tia Morgan timeout. Boy, the ebbs and flows of this game are crazy. We'll be back from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club. Now members get every 4th foot long free.
4 foot long's free. Fix my fibula later.
4th foot long's free. Finish flirting with Philip.
4th foot long's free. Now stop focusing on that flock of fire-breasted flower peckers, Frank.
4 foot long's free. Forget the fabric sale, Francine. Folks are freaking out over 4th foot long free.
52-50. Aces still in the lead, but Effingham really coming back, and they're doing exactly what you said they needed to do, Max, and that's hit the three ball.
Yeah, and they made 2 back-to-back there, and I really think it's just been Avery Wolf. She came back in this fourth quarter with something to prove. She airballed a couple threes in a row, and she's got 7 in this quarter, and I think that's really just what's propelled this run for the Hearts.
Here's Hershey with it, nearly got it tipped away. Dribbling left, tough defense from Hayes, gets it away. Here's Raditz down the floor. Tries to get it off to Weiss, but Wolf is the one that picks it up. Ball on the floor. Down on to get it is Hayes. Got it tipped away, and that's going to be a Country Financial agent Tia Morgan timeout for head coach Jeff Schaefer and the Effingham Hearts. So they will retain possession. 52-50, the score from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
Get ready for Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic. Experience an evening of amazement and wonder as you dazzle in magic and illusions live with world-class magician Jason Hootie. With a show featuring grand illusions, comedic audience participation, incredible sleight of hand, and much more. Get your tickets now and prepare to be amazed with Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic.
Back here inside the Hilltop, 52-50 the score, just about at the 2-minute warning. 2:01 to play here in this one. Max, what do the Aces need to do to close this one out?
They have got to just get some sort of look on the offensive end. It's been turnovers. That's really what's made this run happen for the Effingham. The Hearts here, they've just created a lot of turnovers on the Aces. They've knocked down a few threes. They've made it hard for the Aces to just get the ball across the timeline.
Effingham will have possession under their own basket. Will not be able to run the sideline. Raditz will be the inbounder. Raditz on the inbound, finds Wolf. Wolf drives with the left hand to the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Martin. Martin straight away, triple is good. 53-52. The Hearts right back on top. Alyssa Martin, her first three of the night. Hershey over to Peach, left side. Peach driving on the sideline. Has to be careful not to get trapped. Here's Hershey on the corner as well. Hershey drives with the right hand, gets to the mid-range, lobs it up to Randall. Randall getting swatted at, goes up and in anyway. 54-53, back and forth we go. Randall now with 18. Wolf at the cards, hands it off to Weiss. Here's Martin. Martin in the left corner, up to Hayes. Hayes straight away, triple, bottoms. They are on fire right now. 56-54, Hearts in front. Hershey hands it off to Sellers. Right back to Hershey, down low, Randall got fouled. She'll have two at the line. She was in the motion.
They're calling it on the floor. She wasn't really even turned around yet. I kind of understand how that one's called on the floor.
Wolf picks up her second. Hershey gets it into Dunlap. Dunlap right underneath, goes up, got fouled. She'll have two at the line. And that's now the second team foul against the Hearts. Hayes, the one that picks it up, she has now 3 fouls. So that's 2 players now for Effingham with 3 fouls. 1 minute to go here in this ball game. 56-54. And Dunlap makes the first. She's in double figures. It's now 3 aces in double figures tonight. And it's the big 3, Hershey, Dunlap, and Randall. Dunlap on the second try is in. What else did you expect between these two? 56-56, 60 seconds on the clock, fourth quarter. Here comes Wolf down the floor. Over to Raditz. Now finds Martin in the corner. Weiss right side, looking down low, can't find anybody. Wolf right corner, guarded closely by Peach, ball in her left hand, dribbling right back up to the cards. 40 seconds and counting. Spinning to the left, falls down, has to recover, and it's Raditz with it. Effingham's going to take their time. They might hold for the last shot. Aces need one more stop. Raditz crossing over to the left. Guarded closely, tipped away by Dunlap. Dunlap diving for it on the floor, goes out of bounds. Aces basketball. "19 seconds on the floor. Both teams do have one timeout remaining. Sellers on the inbound, finds Dunlap. Dunlap drives with the right hand, kicks it right back out to Peach, and a timeout called for head coach Matt McCarty. We're gonna stay here. Full timeout, 15.4 on the clock, 56-56. Max, one with maybe a controversial no call there briefly.
Oh, on the foul or the carry?
Both.
They might have missed a carry there on Tinsley Dunlap that people weren't arguing near as much. But, she probably fouled her there. But I think the reward and hustle in a late game situation, and like we've continued to say, not letting a foul call, just determine the outcome of a game.
Now Max with 15.4 on the clock. If you're head coach Matt McCarty, who do you want with the ball? Who do you want taking the final shot?
Oh, you want Riley Hershey in the mid-range. You only need 2 points. If I'm Matt McCarty, I get the ball into her, run a high ball screen with her and Macy Randall, have Olivia Peach in a corner, have Evie Sellers in a corner, and then put Tinsley Dunlap in the dunker spot. So if Hershey does get down, gets it to Randall, they have a wrinkle where she's going to throw it across because they're, of course, going to send a double in the post at Macy, and they're going to have to hedge hard. So I think that if you do run that high ball screen, you got to look for the double team, the trap coming quickly. You got to look for the rotation, and Tinsley Dunlap, once again, that dunker spot is open again. It's got to work around the big three, and you got to have people in corners that can make a three.
Sellers will be the one to inbound it. 15 points on the clock, 56-56. No higher drama than this. And they will blow the whistle, try and fix a wet spot on the floor, make sure that's not an issue. Wanting no secondary circumstances here with as close of a game and as good of a game as this one has been. High drama late in this Saturday afternoon. Sellers gets it to Hershey. She has 15 seconds to work. Drives, spins to the left, steps back, tries to find Sellers, tipped out of bounds. And it's going to be the Effingham Hearts who will have 9 seconds to try and put this one on ice. Once again, the turnover plaguing the Aces here in this contest. It'll be Avery Wolf in the backcourt, guarded closely by Dunlap. 5 seconds to work. Crossing over to the left, 4 seconds. Behind the back, got fouled.
Yeah, it's just fine. You only got 3 fouls. Foul her real quick. They only have 2.6 seconds. It's going to be a throw in, 1 or 2 dribbles, get up a shot. Keep your hands out, keep your hands high. Do not foul here late.
Jeff Schaefer takes his final timeout as well. 2.6 will stay here. 56-56 the score. That was Dunlap's second foul. Max, now for the Hearts, are you looking for a 3 given as good as you've shot it, or are you looking for a 2?
Yeah, I'd bet my next paycheck that they're going to get it to Tessa Raditz or Avery Wolf for a quick 3. I think they're either going to get, I think it's Avery Wolf that has shot really well from the right wing, and then Tessa Raditz has shot really well from that left wing. So I think with where they're at, they're going to run Tessa Raditz off some sort of screen, and if she's not open, I would have Avery Wolf there where she's getting a screen from somebody else off of a double screen for Raditz. Then she's getting a flare screen coming back the other way looking for Wolf on the flare.
If you're Mount Carmel, you cannot foul. Next foul will send the Hearts to the free throw line.
Yeah, and once again, it's just hands out, hands wide.
Deep breaths as both teams break for both fan bases. High drama late. 2 superb teams in the 2A division in Illinois doing battle tonight. Weiss on the inbound, trying to find Wolf. Does. Wolf puts up a 3 at the buzzer. No good off the heel. Got an open look, the one they were looking for, but she misses, and we go to free basketball. A 5th period coming up, tied at 56. From the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth, this is Mount Carmel basketball.
Get ready for Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic. Experience an evening of amazement and wonder as you dazzle in magic and illusions live with world-class magician Jason Hootie. With a show featuring grand illusions, comedic audience participation, incredible sleight of hand, and much more. Get your tickets now and prepare to be amazed with Jason Hootie, Mesmerizing Magic.
4 more minutes to decide this one between these two. Effingham and Mount Carmel squared away at 56 at the end of regulation. And Max, man, that was a 4th quarter that went wildly in both directions. I mean, Effingham down by as many as 10 at one point, coming all the way back with, as well as they shot the 3 ball. What do both these teams need to do here in this 5th and hopefully final period to come away with a win?
Effingham's just got to force an insane amount of turnovers on the Aces. They're going to have to play a lot of ball pressure up top. They're going to have to just bring a lot of what the Aces have seen so far and what has gave them troubles there late. If you're the Aces, you got to take your time, not turn the ball over, and get the ball in the hands of your playmakers and number 4, number 30, and number 10.
So we will go to center circle. Aces will be going left to right. Effingham vice versa, right to left. It'll be Hayes and Randall in the middle to tip it away.
Right here, this is where you prove who you're going to be in the postseason. You're going to have close games, late games, and this is the biggest game that the Aces have had, I think, so far this year.
Hershey handling things after Randall wins the tip. Here's Dunlap on the right side. Drives to the short corner, steps back to the real corner. Gives it off to Randall, who finds Sellers. 3:45 to go. 56-56, first overtime. Dunlap down low, Randall, right block, nearly got it tipped away. Under the basket, tries to go up strong, but wrestling for it. Jump ball called. It goes the way of Effingham. Really good defensive awareness there from Melissa Martin down low.
Yeah, and they do such a great job of just sending traps across at Macy Randall. They're making it hard for her if you don't throw that ball up high to spin and be able to get a look at the rim.
We Drew Weiss handling things up top at the Cards. Finds Martin on the up screen on the left side. Gives it right back to Hayes, who's guarded by Randall. Near the perimeter, here's Weiss up top. Looks down low, can't find anything. Trying to find Radat after a couple dribbles to the left. Spins to the right and gives it to Wolf. Wolf, chest pass in the right corner to Martin. Looks down low, bouncing it right back to Wolf. 3 minutes to play, fifth period. 56-56 the score. Wolf handing it off to Radat. On the switch, here's Dunlap. She now guards Martin. Right back out to Wolf. She drives with the left hand. Bounce pass up to Radat straight away. Takes the three. No, missing it well short. Offensive rebound. Hayes goes up wildly, missing, and that one rebounding-wise heading into the hands of Tinsley Dunlap. She got fouled underneath. It's going to go against Alyssa Martin, her fourth. She's got to be careful.
Yeah, and Alyssa Martin has been a big part of what the Effingham Hearts have done so far. Is I think she's won 2 Hearts in double figures.
Yes. Peach to Hershey. Hershey up top. Ball in her right hand. Guarded closely by Raditz. Giving it to Randall. Nearly got it tipped away. Kicks it. Sellers. Right corner. Didn't take the three. Dunlap. She'll take one. Never mind. Pump fakes. Mid-range jumper for her. Bottoms! Dunlap with 13. 58-56 the score. 2:26 to play here in this fifth period. Overtime.
Like, I think we can not overstate how well Tinsley Dunlap has played today for the Aces.
Drew Weiss handing it off to Wolf. Hershey switches onto it. Wolf drives, gets to the right block, spins, trying to find somebody, finds Martin. She drives to the left, gets to the left block, goes up, a charging call! Dunlap draws it, and that is the end of Martin's night, her fifth and final foul. It'll be Mackenzie Love to take her place. Boy, what a huge set defensively for Tinsley Martin.
Yeah, Tinsley Dunlap.
Goodness.
Just what a night for her defensively, and just what a night in general for the Aces.
2-point lead for them. 2 minutes to play here in overtime. Hershey takes a right ball screen from Randall. Lobs it up to the roller, and she got it taken away. Raditz with it. Raditz driving, trying to go 1-on-2. Goes up from behind, got fouled. She'll have 2 at the line. Dunlap picking up her third.
Make her earn it at the line. Don't give them anything easy here at the rim. If you're in the fourth quarter or overtime, I'm fine with a foul there.
Tessa Raditz at the line. She's made 4 threes tonight. She has 13 total. Makes the free throw. She's one of the more impressive shooters I've seen this season at this level. Second free throw is good. We're tied at 58. Dunlap with it, brings it up. Tries to find somebody, finds Peach on the back cut. Peach, reverse layup is good. 60-58. What vision from Dunlap and what finishing ability from Olivia Peach. Wolf with it, gets a double ball screen. Straight away, drives with the right hand, all the way down to the right block, misses the bunny. Rebound, offensively tipped out of bounds, and goes the way of Mount Carmel. 1:16 here in overtime to play, 60-58, the Aces in front. Full court pressure, as always, from Effingham. Sellers brings it up. Is doubled in the backcourt. Now here's Hershey. Hershey, drive. Gets all the way down low, Euro step up, got fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Riley Hershey does just such amazing job. Now that Effingham's in a man-to-man press, going to be clearing everybody out. Let her break the press with her dribble. Only time I really support breaking the press on the ground, and just let her go. Let her get to the rim like she just did and create contact.
Hershey makes the first. She has 19 here tonight. 3-point lead for the Aces. 61-58, 105 to play here in overtime. Second free throw is good, bouncing off the very top of the backboard and in. 20 for her. 62-58, now a two-possession game. Raditz to Weiss. Couple of dribbles to the right. Finds Love up top, right back over to Raditz, who nearly got it taken away. Ball in her right hand, a couple of dribbles, gives it to Wolf, right wing. Goes to the left, getting to the mid-range, 43 seconds to play. Wolf, step back, long three, no good. Offensive rebound, getting fouled is Hayes. So Hayes goes to the line for two. Dunlap now has 4 fouls. 39.3 to be exact on the clock. 62-58, Aces in front by 4. Hayes makes the first. She has 11. Riley Engel will check in for Mackenzie Love. Smaller lineup here for Effingham. Second free throw for Hayes is in. So Hayes with 12. On the inbound, Wolf gets it on the floor. Jump ball called. That was a pretty quick jump ball. Aces with possession. So nearly another turnover for Mount Carmel. Hershey being face guarded. They get it to Randall. Randall up to Dunlap. Dunlap just now passing the 10-second line. Now it's Hershey, 30 seconds to work. Hershey nearly getting it tipped away, falls on the floor, and a timeout call from head coach Matt McCarty at just the right time. 62-60, 24 seconds to go in overtime from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
There's a lot of things that you can do to help and reduce your heating bills over the wintertime. Open the draperies in the house. Let the sun warm the interior of your home during the day. That helps reduce some of that heating load during the day. Consider installing programmable thermostats. You can drop the temperature down while you're not there, or in the evening times when you're asleep, make the house a little cooler, and then have those programmable thermostats bring the temperature up at the times you're actually in the home, not away.
Back here at the Hilltop, 62-60 the score. Aces in front, 24 seconds left here in overtime. Back and forth it's been. Effingham has been able to force turnovers all afternoon, looking for another big one right here.
Yeah, they're going to need a big one right here against the Aces. Just as we continue to talk about how good Mount Carmel is offensively, we can't understate how good they've done defensively just this whole second half. It feels like this is just a new team that we're seeing in this second half of the season.
Sellers on the inbound, gets it to Dunlap in the backcourt. They hand it off. Wolf takes it away and ties the ball game with an easy layup on the other end. There's that turnover battle. Aces need to work. Long pass to Dunlap, 10 seconds to go. Dunlap drives, kicks. Peach for three, misses short. Rebound for Wolf, 5 seconds to work. Wolf over to Raditz, taken away by Peach. Peach drives, goes up, got fouled. She'll have 2 at the line with 1 tick remaining.
She made up for it with one of the, I hate to say it, one of the worst timing deep threes I've seen. Yeah. You want to see her hold the ball just a little bit longer, but by getting that steal, getting to the rim, getting fouled, and she has 2 free throws.
Biggest ones of the night, obviously. The first one is in. Aces take the lead. Just do not foul on the inbound. We'll see if she misses intentional. Peach on the second makes that one as well. Double figures for her. And on the final shot, it is no good. A 3-quarter heave for Effingham, and the Aces escape with a 64-62 overtime victory and hand the Hearts just their third loss of the 25-26 season. My goodness, a dogfight from start to finish, and I think that probably is the best win of this year for Mount Carmel so far.
Oh, by far the best win they've had this year, Riley. You just can't understate how important it was down the stretch. You had a lot of people going and scoring baskets that the Aces needed. It was just a big-time team effort by this squad, and they just defensively, I think there's not much you can say that the Aces did wrong.
And a big win against a possible sectional opponent coming postseason time. And, man, just start to finish, a great game. And, you know, you didn't expect a huge crowd here tonight, but the crowd that did show up, boy, they were loud. Great atmosphere for this one here this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, they were ready to go, and it was a great game once again for the Aces, and I just don't think you can understate the importance of this win.
When we come back, it'll be the Coaches Postgame Show brought to you by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. 64-62, the final in overtime here from the Wabash General Hospital broadcast booth. This is Mount Carmel basketball.
The place for lunch and dinner is the Smoking Pig in Grayville. Come check out our world-famous barbecue or try one of our delicious sandwiches or even tacos. How about snacking on one of our jumbo pretzels the size of your head, or even mouth-watering tomahawk steaks, or even surf and turf? Located on the KOA campground, Smoking Pig is here to serve you. Come see us in person or order online. And don't forget, we can also cater your next event.
Welcome into the Coaches Postgame Show brought to you by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. A thriller here at the Hilltop, 64-62, the final in overtime. Here as Mount Carmel getting their 18th win of the season. They improve to 18-7. Effingham drops to 23-3. Again, just their third loss this season, and it comes in a really hard-fought war tonight against Mount Carmel. Max, we mentioned it briefly, obviously the biggest win of the year for Mount Carmel, and this one gives them so much momentum heading down the stretch to the last part of this season as we get closer and closer to the postseason.
Yeah, that's just such a big win for the Aces. You go and beat, I'm pretty sure they were an Illinois AP poll top 10 team. Once again, you said that they beat T-Town late this year, and this is just such a big win for the Aces, especially when it comes to seeding and just seeing what you can do as they expect to make a run for that state championship this year.
Take a look at the scorers, starting with Effingham. Alyssa Martin finished with 11. Tessa Raditz with 15 points, 4 threes made tonight for her. She was on fire from downtown. Avery Wolf had 16. Macy Hayes with 12. Drew Weiss had 4, and Mackenzie Love with 2. So in total, Effingham had 4 players finish in double figures here tonight against the Lady Aces. For Mount Carmel, it is as follows. Olivia Peach with 10 in the 2 biggest points of the night from the free throw line to end it. Ice it at 64-62. Riley Hershey had 20 points. A really good night for her, as she always has in a Mount Carmel uniform. Tinsley Dunlap had 13. Can't overstate how important she was to this Mount Carmel win. Evie Sellers had 3, and then Macy Randall finished with 18 as well. And I want to go back to Tinsley Dunlap. Defensively, she was on point, drew a huge charge call there in overtime down the stretch, and then 13 points. She was the X factor here tonight in this Mount Carmel victory.
Yeah, she did exactly what Maddie Stevens used to do really all last year. She would come in and she would do what the Aces need her to do defensively, and she'd go get double-digit scoring usually off those block-to-block looks with Macy Randall. So just what a game from Tinsley Dunlap, what a game from Riley Hershey, what a game from Macy Randall. It was really the big three, and then can't overstate Olivia Peach down the stretch, knocked down 2 threes, had those late free throws that clinched the win for the Aces, and really I just think one of the best all-around games for the Aces so far this year.
We take a look at what they have upcoming. On the 4th of February, they travel to Carmel to take on the Bulldogs, and then on the 6th, they go to KC Westfield, followed by on the 9th, Paris, that one a rescheduling, and then on the 12th, Wayne City, another rescheduling from all the snow this week. So you would think 4 very winnable games for this Mount Carmel team coming up as we end the regular season and go to the postseason. That is now 6 wins in a row for Mount Carmel, who snaps Effingham's 11-game win streak. So my, oh my, it was a really huge night for this Mount Carmel Lady Aces team, and can't wait to see what they have coming down the stretch as we get closer and closer to postseason play. Now joined by head coach Matt McCarty on the Coach's Postgame Show, brought to you by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. Coach, man, big exhale at the end of that one. Really close back and forth game, all 5 periods in that one. What are your thoughts after a huge win like that?
Oh, I mean, huge. I can't be more proud of the girls. You know, we obviously made a ton of mistakes and kind of shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. And one of my coaches, I think, said it best, was we lost that game 4 times, but we won it 5. And that was the thing that mattered the most there. Man, props to Effingham. They are tough, and we knew they were going to be tough, and that's why we put them on the schedule. But I'm so proud of our girls to compete in such a big game like that and get another huge win for us.
At one point, you guys were up by 10 before.
Don't tell me that.
Giving away the lead late in that fourth quarter. What was the message to the girls heading into overtime, or even during one of those timeouts, to refocus them and lock them in for overtime?
We talked a lot in our pregame, before the game, and then at halftime, and then again and some of those timeouts was this is a game of runs. They got a lot of seniors on that team that have been playing varsity for 2 or 3 years now. You know, they were down 15 to Marion. That was at one point, they were down. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but they've been down double digits a couple times this year and come back and grind and win games, and we knew they weren't going to go away, and we just told them it was a game of runs, and this was their run, and all we had to do was get a stop and get a score to get momentum kind of going back our way to get us to a run, and we just kind of told them, make sure our run's the last run. And man, you know, Tinsley taking a huge charge there in overtime, and then Olivia still in that pass to get fouled to go shoot 2 big clutch free throws down for that overtime period was huge, and they just found ways to win, and that's what we preach.
Hershey and Randall obviously with big games as they always do, but Tinsley Dunlap, the X factor in this one here tonight, as you mentioned, that big charging call, also scored 13 points. How big was she in this win here this afternoon?
Massive. You know, it's been talked a lot, you know, like she's still trying to kind of find her role, and she's definitely getting used to playing with these girls, and she's really found a role for us defensively, and we keep talking to her. You know, some games she's still just a sophomore, and that's kind of hard for us to remember sometimes, but just being patient and going to the basket, because that's her strong suit right now on offense, is just trying to find ways to get her going downhill, and she did it a couple times, and then she was able to hit that mid-range jumper. I think it was either towards the end of the fourth quarter or in overtime that kind of put us back on top a little bit. And just her finding her groove, and like you said, her being an X factor, she can easily go for 10 to 20 any given night. And we want that for her, and just to find her to be aggressive and find those points for her. And I think she's starting to figure it out at the right time.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. And again, big congrats on the big win here this afternoon.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
So again, the final 64-62 in overtime. This is the Coach's Post-Game Show, brought to you by Sean Morgan, Republican candidate for Wabash County Clerk. Again, can't overstate how big this win was here this afternoon for Mount Carmel. They improved to 18-7. Again, they are next in action on February 4th at Carmel White County against the Bulldogs at 7 p.m. if you want to go to that one. So with that, for Max Gerlach, for everyone here and for everyone back at WSJD, I'm Riley Angel. Big win here today for the Lady Aces, and as always, have a good night.